Good evening. This is Uncle Yab, and we're gabbing with Yab. And tonight, once again, I got my co-host Richard Carrington with me. What's going on, Rich? How you doing?
Oh man, having a great day, great night. Glad to be here, back behind the mic.
That's right. We're gonna do some sports today, man. We're gonna get away from the politics, and we normally do politics and stuff like that. But we're gonna try to get into some sports. You see me with my Washington football hat on and everything that. So I'm trying to get into the sports spirit. And basically, we just, that Tiger Woods thing, man. I heard about that. It was shocking. It was sad, but at least what they were saying, that he wasn't under the influence or anything.
Yeah, that was what I was most worried about, man, because I know before he had been pulled over for, I think, drinking and driving, and then once it was based on he had taken some medication.
Right.
And it didn't mix, and so...
Yeah.
I was just glad, man. I just, the way it initially sounded was like he had, died. He had perished. But,
right.
I'm so glad that, he made it through at least to the surgeries now.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens from here.
And what I think what he was doing, he had an appointment. And he was going to see, I think, like a couple of football players and giving them some tips for golfing. And I think he was running late from the hotel.
Man.
So they said when he left the hotel, he almost had to run in with somebody because they were shooting a film there, and the director said that Tiger Woods almost hit him because he was running so fast. So then they said somebody else saw him doing the same thing, and I guess he was trying to make it to where he was going into his appointment, and they said there was no skid marks, man. So evidently he just
sailed.
Just sailed, yeah. He had crossed that median, and they said that the particular place where he was. It's kind of like a winding road. It's kind of a downhill, fast type road, So they wasn't sure. I mean, that it could happen. The accident could happen like that.
Yeah, my wife was telling me that I guess the place is known for accidents.
Yep.
And it's known for people speeding too. They said that people be flying through there.
Yeah.
And man, when I saw the way that car was laid out and looked like what it had gone through off that bank, man,
yeah.
He's really blessed to be alive, man.
I think he was blessed to have his seatbelt on because everything deployed, the airbags deployed and stuff like that. Yeah. But if he didn't have his seatbelts on, he probably would get thrown out of the car.
And what they had to do, they had to use the jaws of life. They said they opened the car up to get him out.
Well, they said they did, but they didn't use the jaws of life.
Okay.
They used something like an axe and something else. They didn't have to use the jaws of life.
Okay.
But they got him out through the front window. And, man, they said he was lucid and he was, talking and stuff like that. But he might have been in shock because he had compound fractures, man, in both legs, so.
Yeah, so, that was adrenaline pumping and him being an athlete and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, man.
And what it is, too, man, is that it makes it's hard because he was going for, Jack's title, which was 18 Masters. I think he's got 15. He was, still trying. They didn't think he could catch him, but, he was still trying, and he's only, at 15. So, that's it, man. Unless he pulls your boy over and your quarterback.
Our cousins or those?
No, the other one. I don't know why I'm at a loss for his name.
Doug Williams?
No, the one whose leg who had 57 surgeries.
Oh, you talking about Alex Smith?
Yeah, he pulls Alex Smith maybe and comes back, but it's going to be a long time, man.
Oh yeah, because he got to rehab and stuff like that. He probably going to have to learn how to walk again because he had what you call compound fractures, and what that is, that's the bone coming out of the actual skin. Ooh. Yeah, so in both legs. And then they had to reconstruct his ankle and his foot, I think. So they did all that. They put rods in his legs as far as that's concerned. So they said he was, in good spirits and woke and stuff like that after the surgery. But it's going to be a long way for him, man, trying to come back because that's rough. And he's 45. He ain't no young guy no more.
Right. So, and you need that power in your legs when you're golfing, man. You push off on your back foot really, hard. So it's going to be, but we praying for the brother.
Oh yeah. And like I said, I'm so glad it was nothing else involved in it. Although, I'm going to bring up a small point. A couple of times I've seen him on TV, man. He looked kind of like he wasn't all there. His eye was kind of blurry. Yeah. And I don't know what's going on with the guy or whatever. But he's been through a lot as far as his life and trying to get himself back. with the incident with his wife and the divorce and he messing around and stuff like that. But you got to realize this is his second incident with a car.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's his fault or whatever, but it's just weird. It's a weird thing that 2 accidents and everything like that, and just when he's trying to get himself together, here's another setback.
Yeah. Yeah. Brother's been through a lot. I mean, he's the greatest golfer they say ever. He's made more money than he can ever spend.
Oh yeah.
But yet he's still troubled. And that's what happens with a lot of athletes, man. They're troubled. Like you said, you mentioned the divorce and stuff with his wife. But I remember that scene when his wife went after the car and she beat
man.
Did she beat him with a golf club or something? She was about to whoop him.
Yeah, she beat him with something. And that's a lot of these cats, man. They that fortune and fame. A lot of people was talking about how he grew up. I don't know if you've seen his 30 for 30.
No,
I heard biography, documentary. But they said, man, his father was a Gestapo as far as him learning golf, bro.
Oh, okay.
So basically, he really didn't. He might not have had no real child life other than golf. So they drilled that golf at him so much to the point where he was anal about it. Yeah. So when he came great, because the way I look at things is all these athletes that become great, the Tom Brady's and the Tiger Woods and the Michael Jordans, right? They put in the work, man. They put in actual work to the point where it's anal.
Yeah.
So then you look at it, it's okay, I see why this guy good.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, what about his mental capacity, man? What do you think?
Something's missing.
Yeah.
Because if you're totally focused on all that,
right,
and you're not focused on, the rest of the world outside of the game.
Right, man, right.
You're missing your relationships and your connections and stuff with people, man.
Yeah.
So
and I was thinking, does he really is he really well rounded?
Right.
Because a lot of people aren't.
Yeah.
But when you that much of a star, I heard that he was saying a lot of stuff came to him real easy.
Yeah.
Probably with the women and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
So I guess he went with it.
Right.
Regardless if it was wrong or right. Yeah. And that subsequently got him in trouble, man.
Yeah, it did, man.
And I'm not saying that I'm saying anything like that.
Right,
I would have did any better.
Right.
But you got to look at stuff like, even going back to like people like Michael Jackson and people like that. He had a life to where he was just dedicated to music and stuff like that. He didn't have no child life, right. So you don't know what could have happened to him,
right.
Because he wasn't taught anything but singing. So
right.
what about afterlife or after singing or how to deal with the fortune and the fame?
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes that can drive a person crazy.
Yeah, it can, man. And that's what happens with like a lot of, you said, our stars and our athletes. Mm-hmm. And a part of that too, man, is that which makes it so difficult. Sometimes we see these athletes and we say, well, how come they're not doing this? How come they're not giving, they're making $100 million, every year. How come they're not giving $10 million to inner city kids?
Right,
and everything?
Right.
Their thinking is different. They're wired differently, and a lot of times it's not that they're selfish.
Yeah.
But they've been used by some people, and then so they haven't built these solid relationships to be able to understand, their responsibility really is back to their community or back to humanity. So you see these guys like, I remember, man, it was must have been 30 years ago when Charles Barkley was talking. He said, you guys looking up to me, you're looking up to me. I'm not your role model. I'm a basketball player, and he meant that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I think I heard somebody say that he said something like that. They said pretty much Charles is all about business, but once he go home, he's a father. He got a wife for how many years? He got a daughter, I think, and he just stay home and do his thing.
Yeah,
and I guess that's what makes a person sane, and so you have to be able to cut that off, man. Yeah. Cut that off, and from your work life and your home life,
right?
Because you can't just go home and still be the cat you are on TV. You got to separate that. Right. And if you can't, that's probably a problem, man.
I think they said LeBron, he cooks for his kids when he's home, stuff like that, and that's the normal part because at the end of the day, he's still a father to his kids, or and that's your that's your number one responsibility.
Yeah, you're right.
To take care of your children. So I understand, but I think, man, with a lot of athletes, I don't know if you got a chance to see the thing where Cam Newton had a football camp and one of the kids was running his mouth to him.
Yeah, what's going on with that? What's going on with that? I think this, you know what, Cam Newton, man, something going on with him too, man.
Yeah.
I just think that he ain't quite right.
Yeah.
Even before he came to New England.
Yeah.
I think what happened with Cam, okay, he was a good NFL superstar. They went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
They lost.
Yeah.
And it seemed like after that Super Bowl, after that year, it seemed like he just changed some kind of way. He started acting weird.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that was really how he was, but he wasn't doing all that crazy dressing how he was at first. He was focused on football.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he changed and he got to the point where he was invincible.
Well, man, what happened too is that he kind of blew that game, man.
He did.
They had that game won,
man. He did.
And he fumbled that ball, and then that ball stood there, and he didn't die.
He didn't try to get it. Yeah, I remember.
I think that did something to him, man, and I think it did something to his teammates, and they were like, we're in the Super Bowl, man. You give up everything to get to that ball. You know?
And you think maybe the media stuff got to him, bro? Because we don't hear about that,
right?
But people could be saying, "Wow, bro!"
Right.
Every time you turn around, somebody's saying something negative about that.
Right.
That could affect you.
Yeah, it could, man. I don't care who you are, man. People, they say people don't listen or they don't watch social media and all that stuff, but when people are constantly dogging you, man, it has an effect on you.
Then what happened with the kid?
So
him at the camp.
So the kid was Cam's camp,
right?
And the kid was there, and the kid started running his mouth, telling about you're a free agent,
Yeah.
and you ain't even on the team, and like getting smart with him. And then the kid said something like, he said another smart comment, and Cam said, "Look, man, I'm rich, I'll get a team. I'm rich." And then he was, why would he be arguing with a child?
I know, man. That's why I said.
So then he said, he caught himself and he said,
right.
"Where's your father? Where's your father? I want to talk to him."
Right.
Because the kid, kids talk trash, but
of course. But he shouldn't have let that get to him. Although it might have been true, but it was another. It should have been another way he should have went about that. That's why I said Cam Newton need to get himself back on track, man.
Right.
Get his focus back and get back with what he needs to be doing. That's playing football. And if you want to do that, find you a team and get focused on getting better.
Right.
Because now, what was the outcome of it with the guy? Did he find his father, the kid's father?
I don't know. They kind of left it. I haven't heard any follow up, but I just think that for him, it wasn't a good look, like you said, for him to be arguing with a little kid, about, and then telling the little kid, "I'm rich," meaning what? The kid's poor. So you're at a camp, you're hosting a camp for inner city kids,
right.
basically, and 7-on-7 camp, and for poor, lower income kids, a lot of them there. And why would he go into this? I'm rich.
Yeah,
I'm rich. You're poor. You're here. And,
or this dialogue with a kid, man.
Yeah,
with a kid.
It's
so
really
he
strange.
Right. He didn't. He caught himself, and like I said, I think Cam Newton needs to do some soul searching.
Yeah,
because he was up here and he played with the New England Patriots. He wasn't good at all.
No,
it was almost like he wasn't himself.
Right.
Every time I heard him on a radio talk show, he was always telling people, that it was a playbook. He couldn't get himself together. It's hard to learn. He had the COVID, and I get all that. I get all that. But he was constantly, explaining why he wasn't doing good.
Right.
And that's not good.
No,
that's not good. So I heard him. They had a talk show. One of the receivers, the Ocho Cinco, and the other guy. What's the other guy?
Oh, Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall. They had him on a podcast, and that's what he was talking about. And he was talking about what was going on up here in New England, and he said that's definitely true about the Patriot way. He said that's the true thing. You have to walk like it, talk like it, and stuff like that. And they want to be all business up here. And maybe he couldn't handle it, man. Either that or after leaving here made him a better person and let him know, hey man, you got to stay focused to be great.
Yeah.
And he was talking about that. And he said that's exactly what happened. But then he was saying that he couldn't go out like this. So hopefully next year he'll come back with a fire in his butt. And whoever get him, he'll show him that he's got something left in the tank. Because if you ask me, if he got one more time, man, he didn't look too good, man.
But they say your coach, man, might want him.
Man,
might get reunited.
Okay, if that's the case, and if that what happened, he need to have his mind right.
Right. I know.
Don't come down here playing.
Don't
come to DC playing
Exactly.
because we looking for a championship.
Yeah.
And if you the man, I don't care all kind of clothes you wearing, all that type of stuff. Come down here and play ball and be serious. Because we got a good team.
Yeah.
And we just need a quarterback.
Team,
and if
man.
he wants to be that quarterback and take it to the promised land and get his as well.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've seen that. I haven't heard anything about that. A lot of people have been trying to link him to the Skins.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see, man.
Ron Rivera, he'll pull a trick out of his hat. But let me ask you, is Doug Williams still around in DC or?
Yeah. He's one of the player personnel guys.
Okay.
So he does
a mentor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because he does a lot of the scouting.
Okay.
I think he's part of the scouting group.
Okay.
So he's definitely on. He's on the board.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of their stuff done. Man, they get a lot of new hires as far as higher chain of command guys, general managers, guys that's no nonsense. Right. And there's another dude. I forgot his name was Joe Benzo or something like that. He's talking about trying to buy the team from Dan Snyder.
Oh, wow.
Either trying to take it away, trying to buy it from Snyder, or getting a piece of the team.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the way it stands now, man, a lot of stuff that the football team was going through as far as different things with the cheerleaders and stuff that didn't look, that wasn't a good look.
Right.
They trying to change the atmosphere, man, because DC, Redskins and everybody like that, man, that was a good fan base. And that for years.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, it just started going south for some reason. And now we're trying to get that back, man. We're trying to get it back.
You got some nice young players there too, man. That's ready. That defense is off the chain, man. With Chase Young and the rest of them dudes, man. So,
So that's all we need. Yeah. We need a solid quarterback, or more than solid quarterback,
right.
and let's play ball. We're gonna take off because I think this year coming up, 2021 season, we're gonna be able to have OTAs, and they're going to practice right, and everybody going to be in there doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
And it's not like it won't be like a COVID thing. Well, it could be, but I think it'll be a little better than it was last year.
Yeah,
people will be able to actually get on the field and learn the plays and get acclimated with the players and stuff like that, and be able to do it that way.
Right. But they still got to go through Tom Brady in Tampa.
Oh, come on, man! What's up with that guy? They were saying something about are they gonna do that, give him that second year, because he signed for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to honor that second year, right?
That's what they said, yeah.
All right, so they trying to make it another season? They trying to go for it again?
He said they want to run it back, man. And the boy OBJ might be out there, Odell.
Oh, yeah.
So they might get him.
If they get him, that's all. They trying to stack the deck, bro.
I know.
They trying to stack the deck, man. They ain't my team, and we don't play them much. But if they do what they got to do, if we see them in the playoffs again, then let's play ball.
Hey, that's it, man. Line up man on man. That's what football is all about, man.
Yeah. So they gonna get rid of. They talking about trading OBJ.
Yeah, Cleveland, because I guess Cleveland did pretty well without him, man.
They did. They did
without him. So
man, that'd be scary if he come down there.
I know, man.
Tampa.
But they said it because I think Chris Godwin, the other receiver, is really is gonna get a big contract and they can't afford it. So they could get OBJ for some.
So he gonna leave? You think?
Yeah, they think he might go.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he was good, but then again, when I looked at him, he was dropping a lot of passes.
Yeah, he
bro.
did.
So
he dropped one in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'd be suspect with him.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, you want this money,
right?
But you was dropping passes a lot, So
you got
you need to show me that you can do better than that.
Yeah, man.
They hyping you up, but from what I seen on TV, you was dropping a lot of passes.
Because it was Gronk.
Yeah.
It was
the other cat, Michael. What's his name?
Evans.
Yeah.
And Antonio Brown. Them are the ones that showed up in the Super Bowl.
That's true. But not much so as Antonio Brown. He was hurt, I think. Yeah. But he did contribute a couple games.
Right.
But that other cat, like you said, Godwin, he was there.
Yeah.
He caught a few touchdowns, but he dropped a lot of passes too, man. And he was dropping passes all season.
Yeah, see. That ain't no good, man.
No, it's not. It's not. So you want to get paid.
Yeah.
You got to show me something, man.
I guess he's just so fast, and they're just like, but... Hey, man, we'll see, man. I can't wait. Football, always ready for football, man.
Yeah, I will say one thing, man. I'll let you know. the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator. Yeah. His name is Byron Leftwich.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we talk about that before?
No.
He went to my hometown high school.
Oh, okay.
H.D. Woodson.
All right. Yeah. No, I followed him in college and in the pros.
Yeah. He went to my high school.
Okay.
Obviously he was after me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I remember him. When I went back and checked everything out, and I used to follow football, but in high school and stuff. Yeah. And he was the best quarterback out there, man.
Wow.
So in my high school, H.D. Woodson.
Right.
So.
Now, where was that at?
In D.C.
In D.C.
In D.C. Right. Yeah. That was in Northeast D.C. I might add. And man, he did his thing there, and he went to Marshall, like you said, and he got drafted by Jaguars. Remember?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
he had a cannon on him. He could throw that ball, man.
He did.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was an offensive coordinator so good like that, but he called some good plays too.
Yeah, he did, man.
But I think with that in that game, that Super Bowl game, get at Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator. Defense stopped that.
Yeah, they did. They shut him down, man.
But I mean, it is what it is. I'm ready for him to start back up again.
Me too.
We got the draft coming in April, so we'll see what type of young players they got and everything like that.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be great, man. I'm really interested to see who goes where and all the changes because with Philly, they got rid of Wentz.
That's true. He went over to the Colts. So that's gonna make a big difference.
And then Stafford went to the Rams. They switched quarterbacks. So it's going to be some changes. It's going to be interesting, man.
It is. I don't think who won that between the Colts, between the Rams and the Lions. Right. Who won that deal?
Because Stafford can throw the ball. It's just that he's always hurt. Man.
Right.
Always hurt.
And then what about the Rams guy that went down to the Lions?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Goff.
Yeah. I thought he was okay. That was kind of surprising.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the Super Bowl 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But
you never know, man.
You
never know.
People get rid of you if you don't produce, man.
They talking about Garoppolo.
Yeah.
But they don't know if he's going to leave Frisco or not. They were talking about him coming back here. Yeah. Because of course Bill needed a quarterback.
Yeah, and Bill really liked him too.
Mm-hmm.
He picked him.
And he knows the system.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. Like I said. There's going to be a lot of quarterback controversies going around. Yeah. Dak Prescott with the Cowboys, he's coming back. Right. So they should be better. They should be better, man.
We'll see.
Yeah. I ain't a Cowboy fan, but
we'll see. Hey, man, just quick before we close, man, what do you think about this NBA All-Star game? Because they were talking about a lot of the players didn't want to have it. They said they thought it wasn't needed this year.
And they might be right, man, because it's what they planned it for. Right. Because they didn't have the Pro Bowl with the football,
right.
And I mean that's one less game. They don't need to be getting people exposed to different things.
Right.
So leave that alone,
right.
And save all that for the championship,
right?
They don't. I don't think they need it.
Yeah.
So are they still going to try to have it?
Yeah, they picked the team and the teams and looks like they're going for it. And they said what they said was it wasn't. It's for the fans. There'll be no fans there, but it's for the fans. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. So it's like a regular game.
Right.
They can do without that.
Yeah.
So whoever put that together, come on.
I don't think it's going to do too well.
I don't think so either. It's going to be like you said, it's going to be a regular game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because usually, the All-Star weekend, you got all kind of parties.
And
they said you can't have any parties, you can't have any gatherings.
Right.
None of the teams will, sponsor anything.
Yep.
None of the vendors. So, yeah, man, I think it's just, it's a money thing, but.
So where they going to have it? Down in Atlanta, right?
Atlanta, yeah.
Come on.
I know.
And for them not to go, nobody going to be down there?
Right.
Somebody going to be doing something.
They're going to be down there doing something. Everything, man.
Doing something. Because from what I hear, it ain't no pandemic down there in Georgia.
No.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
And they doing something, everything down there.
Yeah, they are, man.
But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Hey, we'll just stay safe up here.
Yeah. And everybody out there, stay safe and be good. If you can't get your vaccine, then keep your mask on and just be good to each other. Once again, it's a wrap. Myself and Mr. Richard Carrington, we out of here. Peace out.
Peace out.